How's it going? It is Charles Botensten from Botensten Properties International here at our headquarters. And today we're going to be discussing a topic that came up a lot last year. And it was right around this time, ironically enough, now that I'm saying it, that I really contemplated with someone that I used to work with starting my own company. And I remember bringing it up, and I remember just seeing things in my old company that I was like, well, I'd do that different, or I'd do that different, and this marketing's a little... So the question, why did you start your own company? What went through your mind? Like, what in New York City? And you know what's funny enough is that I never looked at it as a risk. It sounds probably insane, and you may not believe me, but literally I looked at it as something that it sounds cliche, but it was like, it was a calling. It was really a calling. It was like, I saw so many things that I would be doing differently in the real estate world that I was called into starting my own firm, because the marketing is changing with the internet. The marketing is changing with social media. And I just made a video yesterday that 99% of all buyers come from the internet, which could be social media, it could be an agent, it could be a website like StreetEasy or New York Times or Zillow or Trulia or whatever. Everyone comes from the internet. Nobody comes from traditional platforms, which is radio, television, print, magazines, any of that, anything. So I saw this change, and it's nothing against anyone that I either worked with or worked for in the past, but when you read so many books like I do, and I wasn't always a book reader, trust me. All of my high school and college professors know I was not a book reader, but I came out and I wanted to read. I wanted to educate myself in topics that I loved, I wanted to learn about. So I have probably about 20 books over here. I have another 3 that are unboxed, because if I unbox it, then I'll want to read it. So why did I start my own company? One is, when you read all these books by very influential, successful, wealthy, maybe not even wealthy, but those people, and obviously they're at an age that they lend themselves to giving back. They went through all of this, through life, of just failures and successes and management and leadership and public speaking and marketing and advertising and fear and, you know, anything that it has to do with business, leadership and management especially. And you're reading these books and you're like, you see things that you would do differently in the environment that you would want to create, because you're reading this book and you're like, this makes sense. This really makes sense. And then you go to an environment that you're like, this shouldn't really be the environment, or this shouldn't really be done. And there's 2 reasons really why I started my business. One is that I saw that social media is massive, making videos. Social media and pictures, Instagram. So I wanted to build up a base and really lend myself to them. And the other is that I don't want to say as directly, but what I'm creating at Botensten Properties International business has been amazing. And I've gotten more referrals from when I started April 1st, 2014 until now than I did all of last year. And I don't know when you're watching this, but it's about 6-7 months later. So in an entire year, I produced as much in 6 months, 7 months, and that's all referrals. And the reason being is I'm now in the relational business instead of the transactional business. Most people in the transactional business, which means that they do a deal and the buyer or seller never hears from them again. They're like, National Association of Realtors have surveys and all these studies on real estate agents that they're not in touch with their clients at all. A year after, 2 years, 3, 4 years after, they'll ask the client, hey, who's your real estate agent? Well, I don't know. And they don't remember. So we are rolling out at Botensten Properties International a relational business, which is we keep in touch throughout. And that's something that I didn't see being taught. It's like getting new business and networking and hosting parties, but there was never keep in touch with your clients. There's never one of those. Keep in touch with their clients. There was maybe a newsletter, but there was never like an actual touch of like a phone call or I'm going to stop by, or here's a little gift, or here's a handwritten card. There was never talk of that. And when you see successful people doing things and they're all built on referrals, but then you're in an environment where that's not being taught or even talked about between other real estate agents, and I don't know how many other real estate agents do this, but when you start your own company, yes, you can be your own manager, you could be your own boss, but being a relational agency is massive because they feel that the client knows that it's not about the paycheck, it's not about the compensation, and it's in the transactional, most buyers, and this is where the mistrust comes from real estate agents, is that most buyers and sellers, unless they've worked with a true professional, and there's a lot out there, true professional, then many of them have this mistrust that the agent is going for just a commission check, just a closing check, and they're never going to hear from them again. So in my mind, and that's the case in in most of the cases actually, unfortunately, and I guarantee the agent was amazing, they just don't know how to keep in touch. So one of them is, I wanted to become a relational business. We're always here. We are here. Real estate needs, non-real estate needs, we're here. The other is marketing. Video is huge. I do a video every single time I have a house I represent. Even for rentals, high-end rentals, I do a video. And as well is Instagram, huge. People are in their phones. This is all they're doing. This is their gadget. They love this thing. They're looking through Street Easy on this. They're looking through listings. They're looking through open houses. They're emailing agents. Are you kidding me how easy it is? Oh, okay, I typed in what I want. An email comes in. I look at it. I click on it. I contact the agent. I schedule a showing. You know what? Photography, floor plans, all the information, it's so easy to understand if you actually want to see it or not. So that's one of three. I have a relational, because I wanted to become a relational industry. I want to make sure that I'm still zoomed in. Relational brokerage, I should say. Number two is I noticed the power of social media and the phone and cell phone and where it's going. And the third is that you need to bring more than information. You need to bring more than information. You have to bring the intangibles. The intangibles are massive. I can't even stress this the most. I would say this out of anything is why I started the business, is that marketing is amazing. The relation is amazing. But if you don't bring more than if you don't bring intangibles, so the tangibles are information, the show sheets and the photographer and the description, and here's a listing, here's a board package, blah, 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 things that you can easily get. That's like, what's unique about that? So the intangible is you got to be aggressive. You got to know how to sell. You need to know how to lead. You know how to smile, to close a deal, to be creative, to be outgoing, to be enthusiastic, to be positive. Those are the intangible. That's the personality. That's when I go out, I just went couch shopping and literally I went to every place. I don't think I'll ever buy a couch in my life. I don't even care if I have a 25,000 square foot home. I'm never buying a couch again, let alone a car. You know, there's so many options. When I went to the couch places, I'm like, I can get that with that. The best salespeople were the ones who were engaging. They talked with me and not to me. And as corny as it sounds, and I'm in sales. I'm a salesperson. I sell apartments. I sell the future. I sell ideas. I sell a lifestyle, and to a buyer or to a seller, and it's correct. There's no BS in it. I'm the most straightforward agent. Well, there's obviously other straightforward agents, but I don't even want to toot my horn, but people who are taking me around, say at a couch place, were so engaging, or the ones that were engaging with me, I wanted to buy from them. It was amazing. I wanted to buy from them. And really, that's the relationship you're going to need with your agent. So look for an intangible. Look for the excitement that they have, the fire in their eye. Because yes, the agency will provide great marketing, but 99% of the buyers come from online. And everyone is there. That's an equal playing field. So what does the agent bring? What are the intangibles? What's the excitement, the enthusiasm, the positivity, the way with words, the way they ask questions? That's how you do it. That's how you differentiate yourself. That's the agent you hire. So the 3 reasons why I started, there is a plethora of other ones. I love that word. There's a plethora of other ones, but the 3 is how the marketing is going, which is video, social media, online, engaging with the base. The other is that I just forgot. Why did I start my firm? That there were things that I can do differently in regards to selling, marketing, just in general, the intangibles, as I mentioned. And the third one is, I can't even remember, but whatever. There was 3 reasons. I just said them. It's been a long day. It's sometime in the afternoon. And I hope everyone's doing really well, because I make these videos literally off the cuff. There's no editing. Some of them are exciting, some of them you relate with, some of them you don't. But either way, leave some comments. Let me know what you want in your future videos, because I am extremely honest with regards to the industry, with regards to buying, with regards to selling. Some agents don't like it. They've said that a lot. I've definitely received emails. I've definitely received comments, and in person where they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing this." You know what? Listen, I'm doing it for you guys, the public, because if I don't say it, you'll eventually find it out somehow through all these videos. But why not say it? Why not give value? So anyway, subscribe to the videos. Follow us on Instagram. Those are our 2 favorite social media networks. And it could be different in the future, but we make a video every single weekday. And if you want a video, let us know, and we will certainly make it. We're here on the 43rd floor, here on 50th and 6th in Manhattan. It's Charles Botensten from Botensten Properties International.